Hey everyone, it's Mike. I'm here to do a really quick little contest entry. This is for Robert's on my turntable. If you haven't checked out his channel, I'll put a link to his channel down below. Great channel, great guy, very knowledgeable dude, Canadian. He and I have had a lot of back and forth talking about Rush, so that's always fun, at least for me, talking about Rush and my collection and stuff like that. Wearing a shirt in his honor. So anyway, he's approaching 1,000 subs. Fantastic. So his contest is to celebrate that and to push him over the top. And so the rules of the contest is obviously subscribe to his channel, but also spell out the word thousand with, I guess, either band titles or record titles, song titles, however you can make that work. He said if you don't have enough in your collection or whatever, or not the right combinations to make that happen, you can choose the word grand instead of thousand. So I'm going to do thousand today. And real quick, I've got a bunch of records and one CD that I had to use for O. So anyway, 1,000, starting with T. This is really great too, because I get to show a lot of stuff I don't normally get to show, because they don't really fit in any kind of category, at least not yet. So for the letter T, I'm going to pick the band Thick Pigeon. This is an 80s band on Factory Records. It is Stanton Miranda. She does the vocals, and Carter Burwell does most of the instrumentation. And then also they're joined on this record by Jillian Gilbert and Stephen Morris, both of New Order. So you'll recognize a little bit of, maybe a little bit of their playing style on these songs. Mostly electronic music, really fun, really quirky, really weird. Very fun to listen to. I love this album. I bought it, this is a blind buy. I was in New York City visiting my dad back in my high school days. And I saw this record and I thought, well, this is kind of quirky, and I didn't really know anything about it. And I didn't know that there were two members of New Order on here at the time. I just thought it was a cool record cover and said, what the hell, I'll buy it. And did, and I was pleasantly surprised at how great it was. And then I started hearing one of the songs, Misuse. I started hearing one of their songs on college radio back in Florida. So I'm like, oh yeah, this is on my album, Thick Pigeon, really cool. Two Crazy Cowboys is the name of this album. 1984 is the year that this came out. You'll see the band members on here, and it says Carter, and it says Jillian, and it says Stephen, and it says Miranda. But I didn't really know who those people were until the internets came along later, and I was able to read more about it. But anywho, Thick Pigeon, the letter T. Love this. Check them out. Next one, H. This is the band Helium. It's a little indie rock outfit with Mary Timony on vocals and guitar. Love this album. This is their second and last album. She went on to do some solo albums, and then she's now doing, her band is called X Hex right now, and it's a lot different sounding than this early Helium stuff. This album is very proggy, very psychedelic kind of, but very indie, do-it-your DIY kind of sounding. Fantastic album, a lot of great songs, just a lot of fun. And the themes, they're talking about, like, you know, dragons and just all kinds of stuff, dealing kind of leaning in the kind of prog way, but really fun stuff. I saw her on this tour. She played in a local record store, Stinkweeds, back when Stinkweeds was in Mesa, and we all just sat on the floor at the record store, and she and her band had some chairs and sat down and just played their music kind of acoustic style, and it was pretty cool. So anyway, Helium, the letter H. Magic City is the name of this album, 1997. Anyway, awesome. Check out Helium. Next one, O. This is where I had to go to CD. This is a band called On. The album is called Shifting Skin, and it's really just one dude. It's Ken Andrews. And if you don't know who Ken Andrews is, he's one of the members of the band Failure. kind of a post-punk indie band, fantastic band. But Ken Andrews is the brainchild of this project. He's done a lot of different things, but this is one of them. He's also a producer. He's produced Beck and a lot of other different bands as well. But this is great. It's kind of it's guitar. It's very guitar oriented, but he also adds a lot of electronics to it, which kind of sets it a little bit different than Failure's music. But anyway, Ken Andrews on. Love this album. Absolutely love it. It's not available on vinyl yet anyway. He's got 2 albums. They're both on CD or digital, but not on vinyl. On is the name of the band. Hard to find. Next one. This is Underworld. God, my brain is just slipping today. It's Friday. Underworld, Dub No Bass with My Headman. This is their first album, their debut album. These guys are fantastic. Born Slippy, you probably know that song from Trainspotting. That song is not on here, however. This is their first album. It's got a song called, God, I can't even think of any words, Cowgirl. I had a conversation about that song with Harris Pilton, and we both agree it's a fantastic album, but I don't think he's too fond of the rest of the record, but I think the album is awesome. It's got it's called Skyscraper I Love You. That's a fantastic song, really long, but just, man, by the time you get into the song, it's just awesome. And Mother Earth is a great song as well, but fantastic electronic music. Underworld, 2 dudes who also run a graphic design agency and do a lot of marketing and video work. They filmed videos for the bands like the Cocteau Twins. But anyway, this is Underworld, Dub No Bass with My Headman, the first album. What year was that? That was 1994 that album came out. Next one, we're on the letter S. This is a band called Space Echo, and they spell it SPCECO. And this is Dean Garcia from the band Curve, if you know the shoegaze band Curve, one of my favorite bands. This is his project that he started after Curve broke up, and it's just him doing most, if not all, the instruments, and his daughter, Rose Berlin, sings instead of Tony Halliday from Curve. He's got his daughter singing on these songs. Sometimes they sound a little bit like Curve, but it's a lot more atmospheric, a lot of more chill, mellow kind of music. It's not kind of in-your-face shoegaze loudness that you hear in Curve. It's a lot more chill, but it's really nice, spacey kind of music. They only have, I think, so far, just 3 of their records on vinyl. They put out so much music, it's ridiculous. This is the most... they put out so much music. I think this year, I don't know how many songs they put out so far this year, but I think last year they put out about 60 new songs, and the year before that they did about the same. So they're putting out about 6 albums worth of material every year. It's just insane. It's all digital. You check out their Bandcamp website. You can get all their stuff there, and for a good price too, like $4 for an EP or $8 for a full album. And it's all digital, but you might be able to still order some of their stuff on vinyl. So I thought it was really kind of cool to get some of their stuff on vinyl. Space Echo. This is called Dark Matter. This is from 2015. Fantastic band. Love them. Next one. This is a band I've shown before, Autolux. This is their debut album, and I did not write down what it's called. Future Perfect is what this album is called. This was produced by T-Bone Burnett, of all people. He put them on his label, like DZ or something. I forget the name of the label, but there's not any kind of marking on here to tell me this information, and I should have written it down. Anyway, fantastic debut album. Love them. Post-punk, kind of shoegazy, indie rock. They rock really hard. Their drummer, I forget her name, but she is really loud and very forceful with her drumming, reminiscent of like a John Bonham kind of style. They're fantastic. Autolux, Future Perfect, debut album. What year is this? 2004. And Greg Edwards is one of the members of the band, guitarist and singer, sometimes singer. They all three sing on various songs. But Greg Edwards is also from Failure with Ken Andrews, who I spoke of earlier. So two bandmates there. Anyway, Autolux, fantastic. That was the letter A. For S. Oh, yeah, thousand. Okay. I'm like losing track of how to spell thousand. Next one, N. I only have records for like two bands that begin with the letter N, and the other one I'm using for a future video. So I'm going back to New Order, my tried and true, one of my favorite 80s bands. This is Brotherhood, 1986, one of my favorite albums of theirs, top two easily. Love it. This is actually going to probably appear in one of my near perfect album videos as well. But anyway, I wanted to show this because I don't think I've shown it yet. This is obviously a reissue. The original cover I wish I had, and I used to have it back when I was in college. I'm going to get a copy eventually when I can find a good copy of it. But anyway, this is the reissue, and it's all kind of shiny and metallic looking. Anyway, New Order, Brotherhood, the letter N. Last one. This is a band I don't know how I would put, maybe in like a post-punk video or something. This is a band called Drain. They're on Trance Syndicate Records, which is the label run by King Coffee, who's the drummer for the Butthole Surfers. And he is actually the brainchild. This is the brainchild of King Coffee. This is his band. Not a lot of vocals on this. It's mostly instrumental with a lot of tape loops and samples. And so if you do hear any vocals, it's usually sampled from something else. It's very industrial, electronic, tape loop, experimental kind of music. It's very heavy hitting. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like Middle Ministry, like when they started getting really kind of heavy after Twitch, and Revolting Cocks. It's kind of like in that, very much more so even Revolting Cocks than it is that Ministry. But anyway, really cool stuff, interesting. This is the back of it, what it looks like. Trance Syndicate Records. Drain, that's the letter D. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate everybody who watches. Please go check out Robert's channel. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to his channel. Really cool guy. I've just really gotten into a lot of these channels, and not so much for their music, because I don't really see eye to eye with music with a lot of people on the various channels in the VC, because my music is kind of in a different genre or whatever than what most people talk about and post about. But I really just dig the personalities of the people, and Robert is a shining example. He's just such a nice guy. He's so interesting to talk to, so knowledgeable, and he can sit there and talk about Blue Oyster Cult all day. And it's not a band that I'm really into, but I just enjoy listening to him talk about, whether it's Blue Oyster Cult or the Beatles or Rush or whatever. He's just a cool guy. So go check him out, please. And thanks for watching me. And I will see you very soon with another video. Tonight I'm going to see Circle Jerks in concert. My first concert this year. I was supposed to go see Bauhaus, but they postponed because Peter Murphy was sick. So hopefully this one tonight will go through without a hitch. The Adolescents are opening, and I think Negative Approach is opening. But mainly there to see Circle Jerks, easily my favorite hardcore punk band, or tied with Bad Brains, one of my favorites. So I'm really excited to see Keith Morris and just kind of hang out and watch him perform and sing some of my favorite songs. So wish me luck, and anyway, I'll see you all in a couple of days with another new video. Take care. Love you.